What's good, everybody? Today I'm gonna do something that I wish was around when I started playing Destiny 2 again, and that's give just a little bit of an intro as to like what you should be doing, kind of what the different game modes are, stuff like that. There's so much in Destiny, it's so easy to become overwhelmed, and it's so hard to tell like where you should be going, what storylines you should be focusing on, where you should be getting loot, how you should be getting loot, it's a lot. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna try and make it really easy. If you're like me and you played Destiny for a while, then bounced out for whatever reason, and now you're coming back to the game, you probably skip around a little bit in the video. I'll have it segmented out for you a little bit. Also, just a quick disclaimer for the rest of the video. I'm not going to cover lore too much. I want to do that in future videos. I'll probably have a intro to Destiny lore video coming in the next week or so. But for right now, I figured we'd just cover the basics, just what you should be doing, how to get loot, how to level up quick, and how to get playing and actually enjoying the game. So we're just going to cover that kind of stuff. But if you're brand new, we'll start at the start with character creation. Basically, character creation in Destiny is pretty simple. The first thing you need to do is pick your class. The great thing is, Destiny lets you make 3 characters, and there are 3 classes. You've got Warlocks, Hunters, and Titans. So, pick whichever one seems interesting at the start. These do affect your gameplay and stuff, but again, like I said, you get to create 3 characters. So you can create a Hunter, you can create a Warlock, and you can create a Titan. No big deal. Pick whichever one you like best. Once you've picked your class, you get to do your character customization and stuff like that a little bit. So you get to pick from the 3 playable races in Destiny 2. There's Human, Exo, which is human with their consciousness transferred into a mechanical body, or the Awoken, which are humans that have gone through some weird black hole and stuff has happened, and then they came back. Whole mess. Basically, it's alien human, robot human, or human human. Pick whichever one you like the best. Again, you get to make 3 characters. If you want to change it up a bit on the next one or whatever, you totally can. You're not locked into any of these things. Now that we've got our character created, you're going to drop into the world of Destiny. Basically, Destiny 2 has sunset a bunch of the original campaign and stuff like that, just to save space in the actual download process. So now it drops you into their intro mission, which just takes you through how to use the guns, I guess, if you couldn't figure out that Trigger shoots gun. And yeah, it walks you through some of that stuff, introduces you to some of the enemy types, all that good stuff. And then you get transmatted to the Tower, which is the hub world of Destiny 2. Basically from here you can get a lot of your missions and all that good stuff. And this is actually where you're going to pick up the campaigns. Let's just grab all of them for now because it's probably best to do those first, I would say. It'll level you up and introduce you to some of the loot. And if you jumped into Crucible or something like that right now, which is Destiny's PvP mode, you'd probably not have the best experience just because you don't have a lot of great guns or anything like that yet. So definitely run through those campaigns first. I would do them in the order they were released, which it currently would be Forsaken, then Shadowkeep, then Beyond Light. And that'll kind of get you up to speed on what's been going on in the world, kind of what's happening around the Destiny environment, all that stuff. And it'll also bring you up to speed in terms of power level and get you some more interesting loot. Now, if you're anything like me, just running the campaign will get kind of old. So once you've kind of dipped your feet into, maybe you got through Forsaken, maybe you started Shadowkeep, somewhere around there, I would start exploring, try the different things. You don't want to get bored in a game, right? There are 3 main other types of events that I would recommend at this stage if you want to break up your campaign playthroughs. There's Crucible, which is Destiny 2's PvP experience, which is basically team domination, or they have a more competitive mode as well, but I kind of avoid it a little bit for now. You can definitely jump in if you just want to see what it's about. There are Strikes, which are a PvP experience, which are basically little missions carved out for repeatability that'll drop better and better loot. And there's Gambit, which is Destiny 2's hybrid PvP PvE experience, in which you kill waves of NPCs to gather these things called motes to send large monsters against the enemy team. You can also invade every once in a while and actually kill the other team. If you want more information about Gambit, I can totally do that. Just let me know in the comments below. But basically by doing these events, you get more experience and you will still progress your character level and get better at the game and stuff like that. And they drop loot, so that's always good. That's what Destiny 2 is all about. It's all about getting loot, however you want to. All of these game modes also have something called Bounties, which you can get from the leader of the events. That would be Shaxx for the Crucible, Zavala for Strikes, or the Drifter for Gambit. We're going to touch on Bounties really quick here as well, because they are a great way to level yourself up. Bounties basically help you get more gear by completing specific tasks, and they are not exclusive to just these game modes. Almost any vendor on all the planets will have bounties to help you earn favor with them and get some loot. There are a couple types of bounty, and it's basically just tied to the time before the bounty expires, so they're either daily or weekly. Weekly bounties tend to be a little bit tougher, but they give you better stuff, which is why it gives you a whole week to complete them. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, by doing bounties, you can basically get more experience and more loot, which can help you level up a little bit better as you kind of get through the campaigns and stuff. Once you finish the campaigns, definitely try and get some exotic weapons and stuff like that, just to get the experience with that. They tend to be a little bit better than the regular legendary weapons and stuff like that drop. So by doing bounties in the main campaign while you're playing through things, that's basically how you level up in Destiny 2, and that's how you'll kind of like farm up to what's called the level cap. After grinding up for a little bit in the game, you've probably noticed that the loot you're getting isn't much stronger, or actually isn't stronger at all, than your current gear. This means you've likely hit the power cap. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. You've probably just hit what's known as the soft cap. To boil it down really simply, there's basically two kinds of power cap that you can hit in Destiny 2. There's a soft cap and a hard cap. The soft cap is basically that as long as you are below the soft cap number, whatever it may be at the time, right now I think it's 1270. As long as you're below that, weapons and armor will drop at a higher power level than what you're currently at to try and help you level up quicker and quicker. Then there's something called the hard cap, which is the max level you can achieve by doing various post-game activities. Right now, the hard cap is 1330, and you can get to this by getting what is called pinnacle gear. Basically, by doing certain events and bounties, you can get pinnacle gear to drop. Activities like raids, Destiny's giant super hard PvE activities that are basically strikes on steroids, dungeons, which are smaller raid-like events, the Trials of Osiris, which is PvP where light level counts, and a bunch of other stuff can help push you towards this power cap. You can also get there by doing different like weekly things in Crucible or Gambit or in strikes. Stuff like that will all help you grind up. Basically, everything you do in Destiny will help you get better or get more powerful. There is actually one more way to help with your power level, and that is with your seasonal artifact. I know that there's a lot of different numbers and stuff like that I'm throwing at you. It's okay. Basically, the seasonal artifact is an inflation of your power level tied to your seasonal progression. You can always check your seasonal level in the season tab, but basically just doing any activity helps this, just like getting pinnacle gear and stuff like that. That's basically everything you need to get into Destiny and get playing, and get leveling up relatively quickly. But if you have any more questions or anything specific you'd like me to explain, just let me know in the comments below. I'll try and get around to them, and I'm trying to make more videos about stuff like that. I definitely want to cover raids and stuff like that, maybe get into some more lore stuff about the different vendors and stuff. But let me know if there's any specific questions you've got and anything I can help out with. I know that, again, Destiny 2 can be a very daunting game to get into, especially since Bungie really doesn't hold your hand at all anymore. I find the Destiny 2 community to be one of the more welcoming ones on the internet. So if you have questions, I guarantee you somebody else has had the same question. And if you didn't find an explanation in my video, there will be an answer out there somewhere for you. Be it Reddit or a different YouTube video. If you have questions about lore, again, I'm trying to get more up, but there is so many people making such great content around the lore in Destiny. Or if you find that you love PvP, there are so many people making great PvP content that I promise you there is something out there to help you. But basically, Destiny 2 just boils down to however you want to play it. I think that's why Bungie stopped holding players' hands so much at the intro, is because they just wanted you to play it however you want to play it. And I think that's really, really cool. But thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I hope it was helpful to you. And if it was, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, if you have more questions, leave a comment down below or hit me up on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SnowiestMonster, where I tend to stream a lot of Destiny. So maybe I can help you out there, okay? But until next time, I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I'm SnowiestMonster.